What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter, and today we gonna speak on a decent topic today, because a lot of people are always asking me to speak on this area. A lot of people know about the East Side. They know about Terrortown. These names just be throwing people off because in Chicago they got a culture of expressing themselves through the communities. They give them real trap names, or sometimes they'll rename the community after somebody who lost their life, kind of like to commemorate their love for a soldier. You know, kind of like a street respect, if you get what I'm saying. But today we're going to speak on a topic that a lot of people ask me about because they hear Lil Herb and Lil Bibby yelling out this guy named Kobe. So we're going to kind of speak on him today, kind of tell you exactly what the police say happened to him, kind of give you some background. Then I'm going to kind of tell you what I believe happened. Now, you got to understand, I wasn't there, okay? I wasn't in the field with these guys, but I have a lot of close sources that's close to NLMB. I done spoke with a lot of people that's close to Lil Herb and close to Kobe, actually, too. So I feel like I got a good pulse on this, you know. I done read a lot of newspaper articles on this situation. I didn't listen to a lot of news reports, police scanners. I even got my hands on a couple of police reports. So I studied everything, and now, I might not be able to tell you something different than you might not know already, but for the people who just kind of joined the drill culture, they might not understand exactly what happened. So I'm going to break it down for them, man. Kind of give you my opinion because this case wasn't never solved. So today, we're going to take Kobe to the board, and I'm going to kind of break it down. So first off, his name was Kobe. I'm not sure of his real name, but I believe it was Jacoby. I did a lot of research, got a lot of shit in my head, so his name kind of slipped my mind. But his name was Kobe. He was a part of the NLMB set. Now, a lot of people don't know, this set has a lot of stones in it. It also has a lot of GDs in it, okay? And then, etc., other gangs, okay? So you got to remember, in Chicago, it's not really gangs that run the community. Even though it's gangs, it's crew-orientated. It's cliques, it's homeboys. It can be all kind of gangs in it, but they all rap for the same cause. Kind of like some renegade shit. So I noticed he was from the East Side. Now, I'm not sure if you're from Chicago, but I'm not going to lie. They kind of named the East Side the most dangerous side for some strange reason. This neighborhood is also known as Terrortown, okay? For the ones who don't know. Now, I noticed right off the bat that he was from a neighborhood that was known to get down on people, a neighborhood that people was afraid of. I noticed that he was affiliated with these sets of people that was in the gangs, and I also noticed that once I did my research later on, after his death, I realized that he was linked to a few people who ended up losing their lives. Like, he was linked to G. Fazo, okay? That was another guy who ended up losing his life. He was linked to a guy by the name of Rock, and he was linked to Capo, okay? So I noticed right off the bat that his friends and homies were people who people targeted to kill, okay? All these guys end up getting killed. Then I noticed two more of his friends, Herb and Bibby, kind of got famous. So right off the bat, I noticed that there's something going on in this community that everybody wants to know about. So many videos about all three of these guys on the internet, rappers from their community making it famous, this neighborhood being known as treacherous. I figured that, you know, he was very hot. He was probably targeted and all kind of shit like that. So instantly after looking at that, I can tell that this guy was doing things that was kind of gang related, if you understand what I'm saying, okay? He was doing things that was gang related. The police is claiming, I believe, in 2013, this what threw me off, okay? This the part that I was like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't really believe this because it was a lot of people outside, you know? That's the thing that kind of threw me off with this whole little thing. So, follow me. The police is claiming 2013, August 10th, okay? They're claiming sometime around 4 a.m., Kobe was outside with all his homeboys. Okay? He was outside with gang. He was outside with all his homeboys. They out there drinking, smoking, kicking it, listening to music. It's a lot of cars outside, niggas shooting dice. You know, having the fifi, kicking it in the hood. This what niggas do in the neighborhood when it's hot outside. It's a Sunday, it's a Friday, it's a Saturday, it's the weekend. People feel good. They got money in their pocket. They kicking it. You know, this what niggas doing hood. You feel me? The police is alleging that Kobe walked off and left to go home with all those people outside, okay? He walked off, left to go home. Next thing you know, somebody shot. While he's walking off, Kobe was killed. Okay? You following me? Now they saying that this all happened outside of a McDonald's. Okay? They saying all this shit happened outside of a McDonald's, I believe, on 79th Street. Okay? G. Herbo said in the interview that when Kobe walked off, you know, he was the type of dude that didn't ask for no help. He didn't want to ask nobody for no rats. He didn't want to ask for nothing. G. Herbo said when Kobe got killed, he ran to the corner. He ran and he seen Kobe laying on the ground dead. So we know that G. Herbo was around. Okay? He ended up becoming a famous rapper. Okay? We noticed that. Kobe was hit multiple times, head and body. Okay? So it seemed like he was hit very, very hard. I'm going to tell you something that I instantly looked at when I seen this. When I said, you know, it happened 4 a.m. in the morning. I done said this in plenty of blogs. There's no reason for your ass to be outside at 4 a.m. in the morning. Only thing open at 4 a.m. in the morning, you want to know what's open? The legs. Some legs, you feel me? That's the only thing open in the morning. Some legs. And a jail cell. Or a fucking casket, man. You're going to end up losing your life. If you hot and you know that the people out here want to do shit to you because you one of them hot boys, you out here getting money, you living that wrong life, you shouldn't be your ass outside at 4 o'clock in the morning. You're going to get hurt. I'm telling you, that's what the fuck will happen to you. So that instantly alerted me that he was outside at 4 a.m. in the morning. Another thing that alerted me, okay, was that G. Herbo was outside and he ended up becoming a famous rapper. Because that go along with the fact that he's from this neighborhood that's infamous. He knows all these people who got killed in his documentaries on the internet about him, and then other rappers end up getting famous from his community. If you ask me, in my opinion, what happened to Kobe, I believe Kobe didn't realize 4 o'clock in the morning, everybody outside. I believe the ops got the drops on him, okay? I believe they got the drop on him, but they end up seeing Kobe by himself. I believe Kobe was... I believe he was caught lacking, in my opinion. I believe the ops got the drop on him. You know, they end up catching him by himself. He was caught lagging. He ended up losing his life. You know, this is a story that's going on in Chicago. They actually made a song called No Lacking, because that shit was really real. That wasn't just to get iTunes and streams and shit. That song was real life. You end up getting caught lacking in Chicago. Even though it's a big-ass city, it's small as fuck. I know that might sound weird as hell, but it's a big-ass city, but it's small as fuck. You will end up catching your karma one day out here. I believe the enemies that they went into it with, I believe end up catching him, getting a drop on them. I believe they seen them outside kicking in. They didn't know because they was having fun. I think they was blinded by, you know, they neighborhood being treacherous. People wouldn't come around there and fuck with them. People knew who they was. They was having fun. They was getting money. And I think that might have blinded them. And they didn't realize that the ops got the drop on them. And next thing you know, I believe Kobe ended up getting caught lacking. It's no surprise that Kobe lost his life, Fazo lost his life, Rock lost his life, Capo lost his life, okay? These guys were targeted by the ops, okay? This neighborhood was known You know, rappers from their neighborhood got famous and got rich. These motherfuckers was known in their neighborhood, and I believe that's one of the reasons why Kobe was targeted. I don't think it had nothing to do with rap. I just think that neighborhood is known for doing shit. You know, I believe, you know, Kobe's from an area where those guys can put in major motherfucking work, and it made them hot. You know, and a lot of people looking for the get back, and I think Kobe ended up making it easy for them, if you ask me. Not saying that he deserved that, because I don't think nobody deserved to lose their life. We never met him in real life. He could have been one of the greatest people in the world, and the internet portrayed him as that, because his internet will fake you out. But in my opinion, I think Kobe was caught lacking. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the homie truth. Bleh, 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 bleh.